What is this meta?
And also, like, Titan, thank you for the tier 3. Thank you. Sub goals or anything like that.
What's under here? Usually I'd know, but the frame just ends, so I can't tell. We can guess, but that's all it is, guessing. And let's not be childish. We know there has to be something there, because our science fields have long told us that women don't simply end where you can't see them. We will only ever have a 50-50 shot at guessing because of the artistic framing we've got here. Ladies, gentlemen, rogue elements, I present to you Schrodinger's torso. I wanted to stick my name in there somewhere, but it just messes with the message. As it stands, until it can be observed, this streamer is neither clothed nor unclothed. Therefore, you can't prove that any rules are being broken because no definitive violation is there. The streamer's fine. Getting mad at this and arguing online about it would be a waste of time. You may not like it, and this might not be your thing. I understand that it's coming across a little strong, but to pretend to know for a fact that a contract was broken here or a guideline had been crossed, it's just a bad faith criticism. In conclusion, thanks to Schrodinger's torso, we can conclude that this is bending the rules significantly but not breaking them. This does not have to be a huge discussion, and we can all be adults about this and just let it exist. So, the video's done, right? We solved it. We don't have to keep making this a big discussion. Okay, apparently people got way more angry about this than I did. Hi everyone, I'm Duncan, and I will admit it, I think this is cool as hell. Recently, there's been a lot of conversations or groups of insults discussing the gray areas around censorship. To me, censorship is just such a case-by-case thing. I feel like you can't make any broad strokes about it without something you didn't interpret. I'm hinting very heavily about what we're gonna get into. These discussions are circled around Twitch, and as long as Twitch exists, or live streaming and the internet in general, there is going to be the profession of online modeling. And to me, that's just a fact of life. It's like you can't get rid of sports on the internet, so why would you try to ever get rid of modeling? And I don't think that's a bad thing. There's clearly an audience for this kind of work, and as long as it's done safely and adheres to the reasonable guidelines, I have no problem with it existing. On this channel, we agree and acknowledge that online sex work is work. It might not be your favorite, but we don't look down on it. And I say reasonable guidelines because most of them are fair and standard, but some of the rules Twitch has around censorship are kind of stupid. Twitch is associated very heavily with younger demographics. I think the general idea is that people in their 20s and 30s are the ones streaming, and their audiences are either that or younger. And that's not exactly how it is, but we're talking about how Twitch is perceived to people right now, and I think that's the general idea. Try bringing up Fortnite around your grandparents, and their reaction is what I'm generally talking about here. Twitch was originally created to specifically stream video games, which are seen as infantile. But as we're all aware, Twitch has evolved and expanded over the years to now include book clubs, podcasts, D&D, music, sports. I guess there's still like some video games, ASMR, game shows, and yes, online camera modeling. The Twitch terms and service guidelines that creators have to follow are pretty strict about nudity, and for the most part, I understand why. Twitch doesn't want to be branded as an X-rated website. They want to be seen as family-friendly, neutral, kind of welcoming to everyone, And so they have to cater to the perspective of you have to follow the rules. And the rules say no naked. But that's just them talking out loud. They want to put out that image that they are against this. But it's still here. And we know Twitch could start throwing out bans to anybody who's even close to nudity, but they're not doing that. Not because it's impossible to enforce, but because they're benefiting from it. These models make their living off of tips and donations from their audience, and Twitch gets a percentage of that. And the amount of numbers in that audience and in that revenue is staggering. I don't see why Twitch would ever want to outright stop that. And that's why these things are generally untalked about until there is a very specific reason or it escalates to a certain point. In this case, the implied nudity metagame. And that's just exactly what it sounds like. It's blocking out the parts of you that would get you banned, but still being mostly seen. I think it's kind of creative. I'm impressed by any kind of smart rule bending, so they have my respect. Here we go. And there it is. Welcome to the new Twitch metagame. I don't want to pay $3 to see your face, man. What in the late stage capitalism is this? From other perspectives, I can see how this might be pushing the boundaries to their limit. However, general audiences don't refer to this as innovative. They use a more neutral term like meta or metagame, like I did earlier.
The implied nudity metagame.
I hated that. I hated that. I'm not doing that again. And used this way, meta simply means going around the rules that have been established, but not breaking or altering them. You could also think of it in terms of video games. Sometimes you can run into the corner of a level and you'll teleport across the map. And the game developers did not mean for you to do that, but if it's accessible in the game, there's no rules being broken. So now just replace corners with Twitch and Mario with women, and you're all set. Nudity is not allowed on Twitch, but is that what we're seeing here? It's silly to keep saying this, but you can't see what's not there. Now, I hate to break the magician's code and spoil the trick, but I can tell you that 99% of these people are not naked. No matter how believable it looks or how much they suggest it, they're all clothed. And I know that because if there's an accident of any kind and anything even remotely bannable gets shown, they lose their jobs. It's too easy to grab a frame and screenshot it and have it live online forever. And that's just eternal evidence against you. No one is going to put their way of income in jeopardy that much, that easily. It's just not happening. I just figured before we go any further into this that we get that out of there. Like, it's a trick. You can't move at all. Currently no. I have to stand in this position. Twitch meta video gonna be good. I sure hope so. Oh, thank you, Accursed Lorelei, for subscribing with Prime. Wait, does that count? That's money, right? How much is that? So you have $4 to unlock something, I guess. I can't speak for them or assume they're all doing this, but here's the woman from before testifying against it.
You know, nobody's breaking TOS. Nobody is breaking the terms of service. Me standing here like this, it's just shoulders. And by the way, I am wearing a shirt. I do wear a shirt and pants in all of the streams.
Sweet. So there's no rules being broken and there's even a safety precaution. How does the discussion keep going from here? Don't tell me they ignored all of this.
It's just the implied nudity that really freaks people out.
And so, this begs the question, How did the public figures taking charge on this discussion approach it in a responsible and polite manner? Yeah, that would have been fucking nice. Purity culture is alive and well on the internet. People will get mad at you for showing too much. People will get mad at you for showing too little. Get mad at women. Let's be fair here. That's women. They're targeting women. And of course, the people who believe that group is not a monolith, but there's a pretty loud part that can be defined. You see it with boys or slightly older boys talking about how women have it on easy mode, or this new generation of girls is ruined, or like Twitch is doomed, or like any kind of catastrophizing over like what's being done to our girls. And so they use these streamers as an excuse to be mad online and say sentences that sound like they smell bad. And any kind of news about the modeling side of Twitch is going to set these people off. But this one, again, pretty close to the boundaries. So let's start on YouTube. That's sort of where these discussions eventually migrate to. And let's play a game. Which one of these people do you think hates women the most? Twitch in 2024. Twitch has a serious problem. Twitch has reached a new low. What just chatting did to Twitch. Twitch finally banned her. New Twitch meta is beyond ridiculous. The worst type of streamers. Twitch just sided with the topless e-girl meta. Twitch defends them? We hate women now. Got it. This is just a complete regression into 2016 loser boy YouTube. It's like it never died. Oh, shit. It's the same types of creators and the same types of audiences who are just foaming at the mouth, ready to attack anything that seems even mildly progressive. And so, of course, if any woman online pushes the boundary of purity, they all attack her like a heat-seeking missile. And I know I hid the channel names from you, but most of you will pick up who these people are. But a disturbing amount of these videos are accounts run by young boys. The channels are just growing with this kind of rhetoric attached to it, and that's worrying to see. If their content is always based on this kind of sentiment towards women, it's going to get worse and fester as time goes on. And hey, maybe I'm judging a cover by its book, because YouTube titles are supposed to be eye-catching and clickbaity. Surely, if we were to go ahead and skim through these videos and hear what they have to say, we'll hear everyone being reasonable and very nice to women. This is your chance to skip ahead. This is your warning.
But the question I've always asked myself when I see like these obvious girls that are trying to bait and get money based off of their looks, tits, or ass in like softcore porn type ways on Twitch, why don't they just go like fully commit to OnlyFans? Why don't they fully commit to Pornhub and just like fully do porn? You know what I mean?
Because they're already making that money on Twitch.
And at first I thought it was modesty. You know what? They can commit to showing a little bit cleavage, a little bit of their fucking ass on Twitch, but to go all the way full on hardcore porn on OnlyFans or Pornhub, they just couldn't justify to themselves morally or whatever.
It's because they're already making that money on Twitch, man.
I don't know, bro. How fucking mindless can you get? I don't even know what else to say about it. Just visit the hub at that point, just go in, do your thing, and get it over with, man. Let it be done in 5 minutes. Don't sit there for hours, like, just imagining what could be underneath, So we're about to go through some of the discourse on this tweet. As you can imagine, it was only the most intelligent people replying and quoting it, right? Of course. Right after a word from today's video sponsor.
Oh, good. They're sponsored. Just in case anyone was wondering if this kind of talk online was profitable in any way.
Like I said, everyone wanted there to be cracked down on. They wanted it to be taken off the platform. And then for whatever reason, Twitch is like accepting it and just allowing that it's going to happen.
I'm going to assume that everyone in her chat was fine with it, or any other of these large audience members who are paying these women. We can't pretend like that doesn't exist. It's a very successful genre, so I do not think everyone wanted it gone. And I'm sure you get it. It's just fragments of old YouTube trying to come back. which again, we should probably get looked at. At least it's only the creators who are doing this, and we can assume that there's probably not... Oh, it's right behind me, isn't it? So what have we learned? We've learned that men who hate women will not listen to any other argument or consider other perspectives when they have a chance to be mean. I probably should erase this, right? Going after minimally dressed women is just low-hanging fruit if you want to make a bunch of people mad and all riled up. And people care very deeply about it, sometimes because of their culture, sometimes because of their own beliefs. For a lot of them, it seems to be a control thing, and that's not cool. And I'm not unequivocally nudity positive. I just think it's very strange that if you don't wear an outfit by the way your state polices by, you could get in trouble. Like, if you wear clothes wrong, people want you to go to a prison. And I think all of this, get a real job, put clothes on, women have an easy mode. I'm doing way too much of this in this video. I think people see modesty as some sort of closed loop argument, like there's no other way it can be challenged or pushed against. And usually it's easy to just respond to something by saying cover up, and people will agree with you. We are not going to solve misogyny today. I think focusing in on the Twitch streamers is enough, because that's when we get to the part that maybe, potentially, there can be some change. Twitch as a company has always been pretty up to date on where it stands in that subculture. It's not a 70-year-old business executive who doesn't know what the kids are into these days. Twitch has been cool, approachable, and it even recognizes a lot of its top creators. There are people on that platform who are basically celebrities, and Twitch seems to have a really good idea of who represents their community. For gaming categories, it's faces like Ninja. For politics, it's Hasanabi. For variety streaming, it's probably like Ludwig or Pokimane or Valkyrie. These are all real people, by the way. I recognize that there is very, very little chance of this ever happening, but I'm gonna put it out there. I think Twitch should meet with people who represent the online cam modeling community on Twitch, because there needs to be some kind of contact and a dialogue started there, because right now they're just trying to one-up each other and the sex workers are winning. If Twitch doesn't want them running uncontrolled but also won't ban them to the point of getting rid of them, I think it should try and cooperate with these people, maybe listen to what a few figureheads of the community think and want, and figure out a safe way to compromise. I don't think it's impossible to, meet the few people who are in this industry and who know it pretty well. A lot of Twitch runs on payments or bank IDs, so maybe you use that as some kind of age restriction to check who can access that category. I don't know, that's just the first idea I had. Don't ask me, I'm not a sex worker. There would be no more new guidelines or rule one-upping. But I think where this dream dies is in the fact that it would require Twitch to reach out first. And I don't know if I see that happening. In order to move forward with any kind of acknowledgement or agreement of this genre, Twitch would have to make a few sacrifices, and I don't know. I wish that wouldn't stop them. All I know is that that community is impossible to work with. You give them a guideline and they'll find some way around it. I admire what they do, and I want it to continue safely. I would never do it myself, but, well... Goosey Honk, I really appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Now, it's only about time I do this and reveal exactly why this metagame is so important. Because there's another level to it. Alright, I have to allow the message, I'm gonna kill you, Duncan. Use that one responsibly. You have to reveal eyes, $3. You know what, that's fair. Goosey Honk paid for 6, you should get eyes. This is why you never trust a content creator. Oh, this is why? I am losing it at can we donate to hide your face? Cause I mean, like, yeah. Goosey Honk, am I getting scammed right now? No, but you're in a buyer's market. Xenomorph Lady subscribed at tier 1. There, hide your shoulders. Duchess Daffodil subscribed at tier 1. This is for Danny. Alright, you know what? The shoulders are gone. Perfect, thank you, Kuncan. Anything for you, Xenomorph Lady. It's what you deserve. It's what you deserve. There we are. Now Danny's hiding his shoulders. Are we all happy about the money we've spent on the stream? You know what? Now that I'm looking back on it, I don't think I accomplished what I meant to here today. I think we have gone completely off script. Whoever that mystery man is, he's dumb as hell. And that's all I wanted to say about this. So, call me back when you get this. Take care of yourselves. Love you lots. Say hi to the kids. Bye. Hi everyone, I am wrapping up editing now, and I just want to say thank you for watching the video. This is the first official one of the new year. I wanted it to feel a little different, so let me know if any of the changes worked or didn't work.
There's some crazy crows outside.
Aoli says meow, and Mod Grape says there's crazy crows outside, so keep that in mind. Support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. There's also a $1 Patreon if you want. Feel free to do any of the...
Feed the crows. And Aoli. Donate to the Patreon.
This house is a nightmare. Anyway, I mean it. Take care of yourselves. I will see you next time. Love you lots. Bye.